What up, fam? How are you guys doing today? Today I ordered another HelloFresh. I had stopped my subscription for a little while. I decided to give it another try because I wanted to try some of their new recipes that they had. So I'm going to go ahead and open the box here for you guys. I'm actually going to cook a meal for you too. Just want to show you how they package your stuff. It's so nice. It's very secure, and you are definitely going to receive your ingredients fresh. So as I open the box, as you can see, the first thing on top is one of the recipes that's on the inside. They give you the recipe cards, and everything you need to know is on that card. So that is the cheesy beef tostadas. So next we have just a little welcome, a little bit of information for everyone who orders HelloFresh. Tells you everything you need to know. They're on the inside. So I suggest you take a look at it before you even start to cook meals. Tells you everything you need to know. Next up, we have another recipe that is actually on the inside of this box. And that is the Parmesan crusted chicken. And the last recipe that's included in this box, and this is the warm buttered shrimp rolls. This is going to be the recipe that I cook for you guys today. Also, we have a little envelope here from HelloFresh with other deals. Deals from other companies. You know, sometimes it's coupons in here that you can use. You know, all sorts of things. It's a little advertisement. Sometimes there's coupons in there. So take a look at that. Next, as you can see, everything is enclosed in this foil type plastic insulated bag. It's like bubble wrap on the inside and foil on the outside. It's very thick and it keeps everything enclosed, tight, and fresh. Now I'm going to take out the bags and show you inside of each one of these bags is all or just about all of the ingredients that you're going to need to execute these recipes. This particular box is a 2-person box, and I ordered it for 3 days a week. So these are 3 separate meals. Each bag contains the ingredients for each meal that I purchased. So there's enough in these recipes to feed 2 people. You do have the option to feed up to 5, I believe, 5 or more. But I just ordered a 2-person. As you can see, like I told you, inside of each one of these bags is the ingredients that you need to execute each recipe. Now at the bottom it tells you to don't forget about the ingredients hiding under the ice. My ingredients aren't actually hiding under the ice, they're actually under this cardboard spacer. I thought that was cute. Let you know there's still some more things in there. Now my ice pack is on the bottom. On top of my ice pack is the protein part of my meals. This is my white shrimp, and they're all packaged very nicely. And this is my ground beef. And you guys, these recipes show you how much you overcook. Now, had I have made this recipe on my own, I would not have used that little bit of meat. And when I cooked that little bit of meat, it definitely was enough for this recipe for 2 people. I would have easily cooked 2-3 times more meat than that. But that last one was my chicken breast for the other recipe, and deep down in there is this ice pack. Now, the good thing about this ice pack is it is completely recyclable. You just cut, or it tells you what you need to do with this ice pack to dispose of it. You cut open the corner and pour the toxic ingredients and the non-toxic ingredients into the trash, and then you recycle the outside plastic. How cool is that? So as you can see, these are all 3 meals, 3 days worth of meals for 2 people. That's the Parmesan encrusted chicken. That's the easy beef tostadas and the buttered shrimp roll. I believe that's what it's called. So what I'm going to do for you guys today is I'm going to cook one of the recipes that came with my HelloFresh box, and I'm going to cook the warm buttered shrimp rolls. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you guys what it looks like on the inside of the bag, or what comes inside of the bag. I'm going to go ahead and open this and let you see, put my shrimp to the side. I'll open that later. This is how the ingredients come. And when I tell you everything that you need, most of the time, if you need like salt and pepper, you'll have to add that yourself, but for the most part, everything's in there. That's one of the baguette rolls. This is the green onions or scallions, whatever you want to call them. That's the other one. Like I told you, this is a 2-person meal. This is coleslaw, or not coleslaw. This is the coleslaw mix, the cabbage, or whatever, it's a cabbage mix there. And we have some seasoning pack, garlic powder. It tells you 1 teaspoon. It measures it out perfect for you guys. And of course, they give you fresh ingredients. You get potatoes, but you're going to have to cut yourself. Lots of potatoes in this bag. We have a little tiny lemon here, little sour cream, pre-measured. How easy is that? Like, you don't have to have any measuring cups, no measuring spoons. Everything is pre-measured for you. So all you have to do is just put it together. We have some smoked paprika and some celery salt. A little packet of mayonnaise. The mayonnaise, y'all. And 1 little packet of hot sauce, which it could have used too. That's just me because I'm a hot sauce person. I love hot sauce. But, you know, make it work. And that's it. Now inside of here is my white shrimp. I'm gonna rip that open so you guys can see. I'll excuse my ashy hands. I washed them. Didn't put on any lotion because that's kind of gross cooking with lotion in your hands. So just wash them. They're clean. It's ashy. As you see, it's wrapped in butcher paper, and there are your white shrimp. Are cleaned and veined and shelled, and the tails are off. So what we're going to do first is we're going to wash all of our produce. We're going to wash all of our produce. Give it a good wash. Make sure you agitate it a little bit. You don't trust that even though, you might think your vegetables are clean, you don't know how someone washed them. So just agitate them a little bit. Give them a little rub. Make sure those dark spots aren't dirt. And if it is, get it off. I saw that little dark spot there, and I scratched at it and it did come off, so that was dirt. Just make sure you give it a good wash, a good rinse. Agitate your vegetables just a little bit to get any dirt particles off. And there you go, clean vegetables. Now I'm going to go ahead and transfer them into another bowl because I'm going to now use that strainer to, here's my clean vegetables. I'm going to now use that strainer to clean my shrimp or wash my shrimp off because y'all, I'm ashy. Hi. I don't know about you guys, but when you clean your shrimp or wash your shrimp, usually when you rinse them in cold water, only rinse in cold. If you see that and you agitate them a little bit and you see the bubbles, it's almost like soapy. And I believe that's the salt, from them. I'm not quite sure what that is. If anybody knows why your shrimp bubble up when you give them a rinse, let me know in the comment section below. After you continue to agitate them and continue to rinse them, then that sudsy foam is rinsed away, as you can see. You're left with clean shrimp. We're just going to transfer those to another bowl as well. There you go. Now let's take a look at this here recipe card. It tells you how to prep everything, how to cut everything, how they want you to prepare it. So all you really have to do is follow the directions on the card. It will tell you from start to finish. Even at the bottom of the recipe card, it tells you what type of wine would be good with this meal. How cool is that, y'all? I'm going to take out my cutting board right here. I'm going to go ahead and give my vegetables a chop. It tells you what to chop. It tells you how to chop it. So it's the word, y'all. I'll start out with my potatoes. It's telling me to cut them in half and then quarter them, or to quarter them, excuse me. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And then putting them all on the cookie sheet, and I'm going to put them in the oven, but I'm going to put them on the cookie sheet for now. And get them out the way. They're all in the way. So we're going to put those to the side, and we're going to get to cutting the rest of our vegetables. It's telling me to cut off the white tips, then slice these green onions thinly, which is what I am doing right here. And once I finish slicing them, I'm going to push them and the white tips to the side. And I don't know why. I don't know. It told me to zest this lemon. For some reason, I chose to cut the lemon first. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I did zest it. It would have been much easier to zest it whole, but I did manage to zest this lemon. So, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Once I cut it, I was like, fool, why did you just cut this lemon to zest it? I know. There you go. Now this is the zest that I'm left over with. So yeah. Now it's telling me to drizzle a little bit of olive oil over my potatoes, but I didn't have any olive oil. I did have this olive oil spray, so this is what I used. I went ahead and sprayed my potatoes down really well, and then I'm going to season them according to the recipe. So hey, I just used what I had. It's telling me the smoked paprika, it's telling me the garlic powder, salt and pepper. So, and in HelloFresh, meals, reading is very fundamental. So I suggest you read because it will tell you everything that you need to know if you read it. You know? In these packets, it's instructing me to only use half of the packet because the rest of it is going to be used for the rest of the recipe. So that's why I'm not shaking all of it out, because it's telling me to only use half. And of course, what was not included in the recipe was salt and pepper, which usually is not. So I guess they're assuming that most people have salt and pepper in their cabinets. So yeah, you just add your own salt and pepper. Then I'm just going to take my hands and move it around and make sure the seasoning that hit the bottom of the pan ends up on the potatoes, so everything is well seasoned with the seasonings that I have. Alright, so those are nice and seasoned, so I'm going to go ahead and throw those in the oven for the allotted time on the recipe. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to make the coleslaw that goes, the coleslaw that came with it that goes on top of the sandwich. So I'm squeezing out my mayonnaise. It's just amazing that everything you need is already pre-measured, and it tells you exactly how much that you need to use. And honestly, guys, depending on how much you like coleslaw, this was way more than enough coleslaw for 2 sandwiches. Like way more. Like I don't foresee anyone needing as much coleslaw as this recipe provided. It all depends on you. But, yeah. Gonna squeeze me a little lemon. Dropped in a little tea. Gonna get that out. Like some pepper got into my bowl. Oh well, I gotta add some in there anyway, so. And then a little celery salt. Oh, I don't know if you've tried celery salt. Celery salt is very, very flavorful. It adds a good tang, a good flavor to a lot of dishes. Yeah, celery salt is pretty good. And it tells me to add 2 teaspoons of sugar, which was again not provided in the recipe. So usual seasonings like salt, pepper, sugar most likely won't be included in the HelloFresh ingredients package. So those 2 things is something that I had to provide myself. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up the mix, empty that in, and basically I'm just going to give it a stir. Oh, forgot my green onions. Gotta add those in here too. Now we're going to give it a stir. And make sure that you stir from the bottom up and incorporate. Well, actually, we're not giving it. I'm forgetting my salt and pepper, y'all. I'm just ahead of the game. So Now we're going to give it a stir. We're going to give it a stir. Try to stir from the bottom up so that I can incorporate all of the ingredients. What you're looking to do is to make sure that all of your cabbage and your green onions are well coated with the mixture, the sour cream, the mayonnaise, the lemon juice, the sugar, the salt, the pepper. Make sure it's all incorporated throughout. Yeah, so you want it to sort of look like this. Make sure that everything is incorporated well. I could have used a bigger bowl. I don't know why I used this bowl. I don't know. But that's what you're looking like once everything is well incorporated and coated. So now we're going to go ahead and cut open our baguettes. Just going to cut them open. We're not going to dehinge them. We're just going to cut them open and lay them out as flat as you possibly can get them. It does call for butter. I chose not to butter my rolls. I do have butter, but I didn't want them to be buttered, so I just went ahead and toasted them as is. Now we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of oil to our pan, and we're going to start cooking our shrimp. We're going to season them according to the recipe. Whatever the recipe asks us to season them with, that's what we're going to do. Of course, you know, our own salt and pepper, our celery salt, most of the rest of the seasonings that's left over from the potatoes is what's going to season the shrimp. The celery salt, the smoked paprika, the rest of the garlic powder. All of those ingredients are going to go into or onto the shrimp to season them as well. So that's why it instructed you to only use half, because the rest of it was going to be used for the shrimp. That's the rest of the garlic powder there. And we're just going to take our little spatula and we're going to move it around and try to make sure that each shrimp has some seasoning. Make sure it's well coated with the seasoning so that it can cook onto it and give it some flavor. I'm just going to keep moving them around. Now, as you guys know, it doesn't take long for shrimp to cook, and these are white shrimp, so they're not going to turn very pink. To let you know, they are going to do the usual shrimp thing, which is curl up, and you know when they're done. They're already cleaned, deveined, deshelled, and everything. But I do suggest that you rinse them off. You rinse all of your food off. So once you see that shrimp curl, you'll know that they're done. So right about here, we're done. I'm just moving them around, making sure everything is, well coated with that seasoning. And for the most part, it only takes, I would say, about, at the max, shrimp this size, 5 minutes to cook. If you cook them longer than that, you run the risk of overcooking shrimp. Everybody knows that overcooked shrimp is like eating rubber bands. So we don't want no rubber bands. So we're going to stop cooking right about this stage right here. Everything has curled up, did the shrimp curl. So we're done with that. So now we're at the end of our recipe, guys. It's time to plate this baby up. We're about to eat, y'all. Let's give you some little tips at the bottom. Tell you different types of seasonings that you can add. You know, obey. Can't go wrong with obey, baby. So I'm just going to take my shrimp roll and I'm going to look at my recipe card and do it as it tells me to do. It tells you what order to put the different ingredients onto the plate. And yes, I'm dripping stuff all over everywhere, but you know, hey, cooking is messy. Y'all forgive me if my voice sounds weird. I'm a little congested, a little scratchy throat, but hey. As you can see, I am counting these shrimp, and I know you're wondering why. There was a lot of shrimp that came in this bag. So I'm just trying to make sure that both baguettes will get the same amount of shrimp. But there was like more than enough. As you can see, these shrimp are basically, when you close this up, they're going to fall all over the place. But you know, sometimes that's the best part about it. So we're going to add some coleslaw to this. As you can see, there's still lots of coleslaw left even after I put a generous helping of coleslaw onto this sandwich. There was still plenty left. And now I was telling you to drizzle the hot sauce over. They should have put 2 packs of hot sauce in there because somebody like me want the whole pack on one sandwich. No, I was being nice. I'm going to go back in a few more drizzles. But hey, so now I'm going to go ahead and add to the plate my potatoes that were cooked in the oven. So it doesn't take this meal very long. It's a very short execute for this meal. This is something that you can come home from work. I mean, it seems longer because I'm videoing it, but if you're actually doing it yourself, it does not take that long to execute this meal at all. As you can see, here you go. This is it right here. You know, but I'm looking at it and I'm looking at my recipe card and I'm going to show y'all, like, here's the recipe card. This is what it looks like. And this is mine. I'm like, it's because I don't have my shrimp spread out. They have the shrimp on both sides. There we go. So I spread my shrimp out a little bit. It kind of, maybe, I don't know, but it's close. And I want to let you guys know that this is very flavorful. It's very good. I promise you, you'll like it. Try HelloFresh, y'all. I want to thank you for joining me today. Me cooking this HelloFresh meal. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for any upcoming videos. And leave me a comment down below, you guys, and let me know. Have you tried HelloFresh? Will you try HelloFresh? I think you should. Once again, you guys, thank you for joining me. Until next time, peace.